find a way to run from the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
For decades, some of the largest newspapers in this country have considered themselves above the law, able to intrude upon and libel people with impunity, while their victims must suffer without remedy. The Duchess's legal challenge and subsequent victory shows that it does not have to be that way. But for every victim of press illegality who is sufficiently resourced to obtain justice through the courts, there are dozens more unable to do so. Only the Leveson system of independent press regulation, including fair, cheap and compulsory arbitration to speedily resolve legal claims, will deliver justice for all victims of press illegality.
Record shows he has a history of making false statements to extort settlements. I think I already won, because one of the easiest things to do in a debate is to attack the debater. What do you want? I think you know what I want.
I'd like to apologize for saying what I said to Rachel Zane. I only did what I did because she's my intellectual and ethical superior.
Alright, so this is video number 2, and these are some other tweets that I come across and other squad who have a different view on the case. Alright, so this is Royal Suitor at Royal Suitor. Okay, let me start. Okay, Meghan won summary judgment on the privacy claim in full and copyright claim in part. Okay, the judge ruled that a trial limited to issue relating to ownership of copyright, and this is what I sort of left off from my last video, okay, should proceed, but describe the Phelps case as occupying, quote, the shadowland between improbability and reality. All right, let's see here. The court, so this is another perspective of some of the squad who's disclosing more about the thing, and this is perfect that I continue with this, because when I left the last video, it was about how this was it Jason Kunoff, how he is somewhat co-owner of that the letter. All right. So 13, the court is persuaded, however, that there should be a trial limited to issue relating to the ownership of copyright. The defense argued that a trial might show that the work or works of joint authorship, or that there are several copyrights with different ownership. It relies on admission by the claimant, hearsay evidence, and solicitor's letter to suggest that the involvement of staff on Kensington Palace communication team, okay, that's in parentheses, the Palace 4, may have generated a copyright that does not belong exclusively to the claimant and may be crown copyright. So in other words, the letter that Meghan wrote, it belongs to the palace, something like that. All right, that's what I'm getting from this. The court regard the defendant factual and legal case as occupying the quote the shadowland between improbability and unreality, end quote. It is, quote, not easy to identify a useful litigious purpose, end quote, and a trial, quote, the substantive effort of which will be the best, okay, to whittle down the remedies, end quote. But proportionality is not the criterion. The case cannot be described as fanciful, and this issue must go forward to trial disposal. There will be a summary judgment for the claimant on the claim for misuse of private information and on other issues and the copyright claim. Hearing to decide matter consequentially on this judgment and direction for the next step is fixed for March 2nd, 2021. Where are we? February, January, February, March. Okay, so that's a date we need to keep in mind, March 2nd. All right. He goes on to say, quote, the case cannot be described as fanciful and the issue must go forward to trial. Quote, now they'll have a hearing to, quote, to decide matter consequentially and the judgment and direction for the next step for the trial on March 2nd. So in other words, it's almost like what they did a couple of weeks ago regarding for this, the summary judgment. Why, in other words, they bring a hearing to say why should the thing, meaning Meghan, why it should go for summary judgment and and things like that. And now there's gonna be another one, why it should be the second part, where who's the co-author of it. Before it goes to trial, there's gonna be a hearing. So there's probably another reason why it might even go for another summary. So this part might be more, in other words, they laser focus more on this, not the entire thing anymore. Now, who is the co-author? If you guys look at my comment on Hugo's video, yesterday's video, the first one, because that was the only one I was able to comment. I told you guys, get the popcorn to find out who's they're gonna find out who was leaking information. So I think this might come out in that particular hearing. All right, let's see here. And then Meghan is gonna defend herself there too and said, no, I wrote this. How could you tell me that I wrote my letter and I'm asking you advice on how to proceed about it for you all of a sudden to be co-author? It's almost like, I don't know if anybody have ever written books. Some people write a book, right? And then they have someone to edit it for them. In other words, if they come across mistakes, okay, fix that. Or if there's some spelling mistake, that person should be able to pick it out and fix it. Because if you look at when you write your own thing, most likely you will not see your mistakes because this is what you're thinking, you think it's right. But when someone else read it and they'll pinpoint out certain, maybe you could have said a word differently or you could rearrange things like that. All right, so this is what I'm getting here. This is what I believe that Knopf guy probably did, even though not even proofread the letter. I think it's just how to go about it, how to get that the letter out of the palace. That's what I think. Because Meghan is smart enough. How the hell? someone's gonna tell her how to feel about what her dad did. Okay, it's not anyway, let me continue. Okay, if they move forward to trial on the small copyright claim, it's likely that the quote Palace 4 end quote Jason Kurnoff, Christian John, Sarah Latham, and Samantha Cohen, okay, in full or in part will be asked to provide testimony on the creation of the letter, thus substantiating the copyright. Okay. And the hearing, Meghan's team argued that even if Jason Kurnoff had provided assistance with actual verbiage, Meghan said he didn't. Okay? All right? Why would Meghan lie about this? Okay? It's still at worst a shared copyright unless the fail proves Jason wrote the letter in its entirety. I'm not sure they have sole legal ground here. Okay, let's see here. A year later, and my shoes are safe, and Seniors, okay, has still not made it to London, as I told. Okay, he wouldn't. Pending appeal from the fair, the privacy claim that he was relevant. Okay, let's see. That relevant for has been settled. There's that I hear. Stiletto. I think Michelle or Tina usually say. Fair. Okay, let's see here. What is this about? Senior is the first star witness in this trial. Senior, what is it? Senior Royal, maybe? Anyone can make their own assessment of whether he is credible. My assessment is 0. Nada, null. Okay, whatever that is, no. But the day he set foot in London courtroom is the day I will happily eat my shoe. Let's see. Okay, there's some comment. I want to go back. Before I go into this, I want to continue this. A statement from Meghan. Okay, I share this victory with each of you because we all deserve justice and truth, and we all deserve better. For all of us who follow this case and for those who the fail has victimized but couldn't afford to fight, it does feel like a shared victory. Yeah, I think so. I read this on my very first video that came on the day of. Okay, so I'm not going to read it again, because I'm trying to do time here. So now I'm going to go into this thread because there was some stuff that was being said here. Okay, the Daily Mail UK claim is that Meghan made the letter public knowledge, therefore no violation of privacy. Yes, she owns the copyright, but she's laying on privacy violation, and that's not what happened. She violated her own privacy by sanctioning, arranging that interview. My goodness. What is it? I came across some tweets where some of people are tweeting about the front, newspapers in the UK are not even reporting. It's not front page. Okay, it's not front page. But if they had one, it would be all over. Okay, there are 3 claims. They may not win all 3, but losing one claim doesn't invalidate the others. I'm aware the failed defense, but they also have to prove it. Okay, they have to prove it. Just as you repeating accusation doesn't make it true. That's the beauty of having a court case to work these things out. Okay, let's see here. Frankly, I believe Palace 4 are all coaches on a manufacturer testimony. If any part of any assistance was true, and I doubt it, as she is the one with communication skills, then they will never tell anyone because the job was to serve her, not to betray her. I called it bullshit. Okay, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Why would Meghan say a lie about this? This is her letter. This is someone who have double major and did all this stuff, you know? And then not only that, look at this. She's calling people emailing people 6 o'clock in the morning to be ahead of stuff, okay, to put people on notice, things that needs to be done and things like that. And you're telling me this woman is, please, like Meghan get assistant for writing her own personal feeling on paper, please, okay?
Being a part of this family and the platform that comes with that is an incredible responsibility that I take really seriously.
I think the way Meghan tried to work in the palace didn't fit in with how other members of the royal family worked. I know aides who have one meeting a month with their principals. Harry and Meghan were popping in and out of the office almost every day for briefings and updates.
I think they felt that she'd come in and, kind of be a sleepy little royal. But Meghan was like, no, I need to know the people, the places. I'm going to talk to people. I need to know nationalities. I need to know languages.
There have been reports that she comes to meetings with tons of questions and binders, that she does the work ahead of time.
She's aggressively emailing her staff at 6 in the morning. She couldn't do anything right.
Now, if every American got in trouble because they sent emails too early in the morning, I'm like, isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Women don't need to find a voice. They have a voice. They need to feel empowered to use it. And people need to be encouraged to listen.
Suddenly, Meghan's charm, that was her hard work and her perseverance, was being turned into a problem for the royal family.
I cannot believe it's 2020 and we're still faulting women for being ambitious.
Now an absolutely wonderful queen in waiting.
She was incubated into being a princess. She's learned never say anything, always smile, always have lovely hair.
Was it senior being Thomas Markle? If so, I hope they have had him investigated. He's not only mean but corrupt to play defamation games against his daughter. He will also be paid out some money that he will not account for, and surely will have boasted to someone somewhere. Okay? I mean, I at the beginning, you won't believe. You won't believe. This is what happened when you don't have information, when you don't know. I was giving Meghan's dad benefit of the doubt. Okay? Benefit of the doubt. Okay? I wasn't going on every social media to defend him. But when I come across some stuff, I was like, oh, let's give it time and this and that. Give him, a little pass here and there. But knowing what I know now, oh my God. All right, let me continue. Melon Sunday dirty tricks. Thomas Markle is not coming to any courtroom. In London, Meghan's lawyer will have him for all his lies will be on show display. He's a big liar, not credible. I mean, to think about it, sometimes the way you have respect for your father and stuff like that, and then sometimes one thing usually shatter that respect kind of thing. And I think this line have been crossed over and over again. I'm not speaking for Meghan, but if that was me, as far as I'm concerned, Thomas Markle doesn't exist to me. If I was Meghan, okay? This is my word, not Meghan's, okay? Thomas Markle will not be existing to me. I don't care anymore. Okay, I'll preface my saying I'm not a lawyer. I believe there are three claimants: copyright, privacy, and data protection. The first is the clearest and should be pretty open and shut, and Meghan's savior. And the second and the third are harder to win but come with much higher damage reward. That's the toss. Okay, let's see here. I have just gone through the legal principle, and I think there is a case. There is case. The burden of proof is high court based on what I know and see, and I am not even a lawyer. It's worth pursuing. Makes me feel better, but I knew. Okay, there's a little conversation going here. It makes me feel better, but I knew they won't have filed the lawsuit otherwise. I mean, I'm sure Meghan and her team went over it. I mean, look at me. The very first thing, when that thing came to my realization, the first thing that I did before I start agreeing or disagreeing with anybody, I did a small research. Thank God I recorded the process. All right, it was ridiculous to even do, but I did it and I share it with you. But what I found was that is the person who wrote the letter is the copyright owner. From that point, I knew she won. Okay, so if I could do that basic stuff, okay, if I could do that basic stuff online, and then you have people who goes to school to study this kind of thing, it's obvious, okay? Meghan knows she will win the case unless they have a corrupt judge. That's the only way she will have lost it, okay? And I think the one that they're going to pursue further, that the judge go, okay, he's not too sure who's the owner of it, she's going to win it too. Because why will Meghan lie about it? Okay, let's see here. And I think Daily Fail is just throwing toss-off to see what will stick. All the stuff you see they were throwing left and right, it's just, I even said in some of my video, are they pulling out the kitchen sink? And then at some point I said, are they pulling out the pipes on the wall to see what will stick? So this is what they were doing. But Meghan was calm as collective. She was in her zone. And like when I said some of my videos where she's meditating, whatever, that thumbnails that I have where two people is meditating and someone in the background with that megaphone screaming and they were just meditating, that was Meghan's thing here. Meghan was in her zone. She did her homework first before she bring this to court. Okay, she will not just throw this out there and then be humiliated some more. Okay, but because they did the study, they studied every angle of it to see whether or not she has a case. Once she knows she had a case, she went forward with it. She was in her zone. All right. Why would she lie that someone else wrote the letter for her? All right, let's see here. The card the fail is playing is the potential embarrassment during the discovery process, hoping access to text data record to prove or disprove the people's story will unearth other damaging info related to the case. And the thing is that with the high profile of this, and whoever's gonna review this case, they better pay really close attention, because this has to do with every single Brits in the UK. Whether or not they like Meghan or they hate Meghan or whatever, it has to do with all of them, including the royal family. Okay, if they were working with the royal family law firm, but their chosen law firm has some serious credential. All right, I read through, okay, I can read this person here, but let's see. I read through their submission in several areas. Meghan's lawyer stated that the request for information was an attempt to further invade her privacy. Of course it is. All right, let's see here. What else? That was the thread. Okay, let's see here. These are other things that come up here. So please, for the Duchess of the Sussex. Okay, CNN breaking news. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, won lawsuit against the British tabloid that published a handwriting letter to her estranged father. There's more comment here. I'm not going to go in this. There's a letter that Meghan read, and I did that on my very first video the day of. All right, I'm going to have to number these very good in a way. I'm very pleased that Meghan Markle has won her case against the Mail on Sunday. The UK gutter press have treated her appallingly. Thinly veiled racism is behind many of these attacks. Okay, I feel like the BBC saying, quote, Meghan Markle launched a scathing attack on the media, end quote, rather than leading with the fact that she won her court case is a bit misleading. Wow, this is what they're saying already. And it's kind of shit she has had to put up with and fight. Okay, congratulations. There's more. You know what? Let me go on this, because he said the BBC, the way the BBC saying. And after that, I'm going to go to the next thing that I sort of highlight. Okay, exactly. She won her case, and the court paper of the ruling are very clear about the tactic the Mail on Sunday used to damage her. They twisted her whole letter. It is sickening. Okay, that's what they've been doing to her since 2016. They provoke and lie against her, and when she responds, they say, quote, she's attacking the media, end quote. There is no difference between the tabloid and BBC or Sky News. They are all the same. Okay, this is precisely why they don't deal with the British media, because they never tell the truth when it comes to Meghan's comment. Okay, sadly, the BBC is another institution which has been destroyed by Murdoch and Worthmerk. British media is in a terrible state. Okay, remember on my first video, one of the things that I read, that person, Brian Capecart, lists why this person should not be head of whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna put all the links on that I have on all of the videos, okay, even if I don't read them. So that's what's going on here. Scattering. Nah, she kindly told them to suck it. Okay, let's see here. Well, the BBC is part of the establishment encouraging the British media to print misinformation about Meghan, which was aided by the royal family, courtier, and royal voters. Show such a Jeremy Vine will then have people that will then continue reporting misinformation. While I'm reading this, there's someone, I still can't remember the name of that person, who was in high position in the UK. I think maybe as much it could have been working with the royal family or in the government. Okay, and soon, not too long ago, that person flew to the US, and it was reported somewhere in the South in the US, I think Mississippi. And I remember that crossed my mind, and I was like, of all states, this is where he went, because Mississippi, is one of the deepest racist state in the US. All right, let's see, what else do I have that I bookmark? Okay, that's Royal Suitor. I bookmark Omid's thing, but the thing is that my first, maybe I'll go to the, that's what I'll do. I'll go to the comment section of Omid's post, because I read Omid Scobie's things yesterday. That was my very first video was based on. But what I'm gonna do here, because his comment usually have some negative comment. Let me see what are they saying here. All right, I already read this. All right, the copyright part is going to trial. She hasn't won. Okay, that's the hater. She hasn't won the entire case, and she knows that. So why put that in her statement? Okay, that is up to Jason Kurnos, as he believes himself a co-author. If he's confident, let's see him show himself. Otherwise, as the judge said, that claim is frantic. Okay, at best, it's over. Time to pay the Duchess. Okay, this is a good call. All right, I mean, you have to have some haters coming out. Let's see here. Maybe it's not a hater. Maybe that's whatever. But let me move on and read the comment. This is a good call them out on how they treated you for 2 years. All the lies. Pay the haters no attention. They're jealous and mad of you anyway. Call them out. Destroying people's life and crazy Fox News as well. Okay, there's some stuff going on with Fox News in the US. Okay, I thought the copyright portion was still moving forward and was not part of the comprehensive judgment. Funny she doesn't mention her father and this, since he gave access to the letter. Oh, and People magazine via her secret friends. Whatever. Okay, that's maybe after this I'll stop. I wanted to come back to Omid one because I knew there's usually some haters in there. Okay, there's the person putting clarification for you. Okay, let's see here. They must be wondering, however, what to do next to comprehensive is their defeat. The judge not only found for the Duchess on privacy, but effectively gave her the victory in her second claim on breach of copyright. There was one minor technical aspect of that issue on which he found himself unable to provide a summary judgment, whether the Duchess shared copyright ownership with anyone else, but that is not a matter that Associated can exploit. Okay, so in other words, this is gonna go, they're gonna find out, okay, if Jason Kurnos, tell us what you wrote, how you co-authored this letter. You're gonna have to tell us. Okay, I mean, Jason could say, no, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and then that's the end of the case. Okay, her father wanted to testify against her when he didn't need to. Okay, she thanked the right people. Okay, exactly. She thanked exactly who she needed to. I swear, they just had to pick apart her statement too. It's ridiculous. Okay, it's a good thing you aren't a copyright lawyer. Okay, it's over. Meghan won. Get over it. All right, what's funny about it? Okay, maybe or maybe not. Let's see here. My prediction, this is Joshua Goldberg, he retweeted. My prediction, the court may, when was that? Okay, the court may decide that nothing the newspaper could now establish will swing the balance in its favor. Will be on privacy. There are compelling reasons not to allow this aspect to go to trial. On copyright, the defense advance will be bound to fail. Okay, that's that part. This is some of the things that I read either in this one or the previous video. Yawn. No reason to mention the old part. All right, let's see here. Okay, thank God. Okay, let's see. OMG, God is good. Love wins. OMG, I'm emotional. All right, she tagged somebody. Thank you for your daily prayers. Oh, so these are the people I usually show some of the prayers. Thank you for your daily prayers for the Sussex. Listen, when God is for you, nobody can be against you. God is good. Okay, that's been girl. Thank you, sis. God will prevail today, and we are grateful for His mercy. Okay, God bless you. Okay, so these are some people I usually bookmark. All right, so I'm gonna need a prayer later, so I'm gonna keep that. All right, let's see here. What else did I have here? All right, so here, this is some stuff that Brian Capehart retweeted. It's not his stuff. Okay, I saw some of the thing he retweeted that I thought was very interesting, and since I'm into this, so I said let me just bookmark it. Okay, amusing front page, not a word about Meghan's Markle result. That's on all the other front page and leading the news bulletins. Okay, the Bank of England grandee meanwhile talks as Campbell, whatever, like MPs. So in other words, this is the Daily Mail. This is their front page. Okay, I'm not even gonna read it. This is their front page. Nothing about Meghan's case. Okay, let's see here. Hooray, the potential palpable. Right, let's see here. Oops, I detest the fact that Meghan's story has been the dead cat for the new death tolls. However, the fact that the Daily Mail thinks they can ignore that is disingenuous at best. Okay, quote, we've had enough of expert except the expert who says what we want to hear, end quote. Let's see here. All right, so I thought that was interesting. Okay, that was the thing, this one that Brian Capecourt retweeted. All right, let's see here. This is another one. I hope this is the one. Let's see here. Okay, this is another thing that he retweeted. This has not aged well, but the tabloid love it all the time. Meghan Markle, Mark Stephen, Johnny Depp libel defeat spelled trouble for Meghan. Okay, Meghan Markle's lawsuit. When I saw this that Brian Capecourt retweeted, and look at this, throughout my thing, I was referring to Johnny Depp kind of thing, because Johnny Depp had a solid case. Okay, all proof and everything. And this is why I was a little bit afraid for Meghan. Okay, so this is here someone who had retweeted something from November 3rd, 2020. And now we are February 12th, 2021. Okay, Johnny Depp libel defeat spelled trouble for Meghan Markle's tabloid lawsuit. Okay, when people are reading this, that was the only thing I was afraid of, having the same type of judge to presiding over that. Okay, but I had full faith. If we had a good judge, I had full faith that Meghan would win her case. But sometimes you have some corrupt judge. That was my only thing here. Okay, he retweeted so TV shows and editor could quote him, just a mouthful higher. Okay. All right. Press coverage of the Markle case has been wild. It was obvious from the outset the Mail didn't have a leg to stand on, and their defense was pathetic, as the judgment make it clear. A lawyer. All right. So in other words, this is what is it? He tweeted it so TV shows and editors could quote him. He's a mouthful higher. That was the thing. All right, so let me go to the other thing that I bookmarked. All right, that Brian Capecourt retweeted. All right, let's see here. Okay, this has not aged well, but the tabloid loved it at the time. Meghan Markle. Okay, Johnny. Okay, so that's the same thing that I did already. All right, let's see here. The next one that I bookmarked. And then I'm going to go to some of the squad's tweets. All right. The Spectator's lawyer also cited the magazine right under Article 10 of the European Convention on Human Rights twice. Okay. Let's see here. Given this and other articles, it's quite ironic that Spectator's lawyer just spent a morning in a Scottish court claiming their rights under the Human Rights Act were being breached. So in other words, I guess the newspaper or something, I guess media was saying their right was being violated when they were in court for violating somebody's. That's what I got from them. Yep, I'm not buying into the champion of transparency and democracy. They can do one. What about the democracy at the heart of the UK government? Do they ever go to court about that? Let's see. They want rid of it. Okay. There you go. So there's more stuff here. Poor Assange sprang to mind when all this kind of stuff is going on. How ironic. Does nobody want to know the truth? Okay. Except when we need when we need it obvious. All right. Why Britain should scrap the Human Rights Act? Spectators. Okay, the Spectator. So that. Oh, now I see. The Spectator is I guess a newspaper in the UK. I'm assuming. Okay. Okay. So this is why they want to scrap human rights act. So I mean, they're in the process of doing it. Look who's in charge of the UK thing here. All right, let's see here another tweet that I bookmark. Where is it? Brian Cape Cod, some retweet. Okay, let's see this. All right, let's see. Duchess of Sussex ruling, gone are the days of publish and damn and be damned. My analysis of Mr. Justice Warby judgment in today's Telegraph here. Okay, so this is the thing here. Okay, I'll be publishing a more detailed analysis on my website later this morning. All right, so publish and be damned or more. All right, let's see. I'm going to go to the comment. All right, so there's a lot of articles about this. All right, a lot of articles. Joshua Rosenberg. Okay, let's see. Someone said that Mail on Sunday published the electronic draft Meghan wrote on her phone and shared with Jason Kurnoff. Can you say if that is indeed what is said in the papers? Because, okay, that insinuates the palace was involved. Really? The Mail did publish. They were damned. Okay, look forward to it. Sure, you have multitude of sources on copyright, but feel free to message if any more needed. Okay, let me go to this because this is the one that he retweeted. Maybe I'll read 1 or 2 paragraphs and then I'll leave the link in the description. Let me I'll come to that. I'll do that later. Where is the thing? Okay, he didn't put anything. Okay, I guess he's gonna edit this at some point. Okay, so there's nothing here. All right, so let me leave this alone. But you know what, since I'm only 30 minutes, let's make it each of those thing an hour. All right, so there was some stuff I bookmarked also. Now here are some of the squads. Let's see. From the copyright case, there's the squad here. All right, all this winning fire Meghan Markle. All right, meaning that she's on fire. Okay, I read it now. Okay, this is byline investigate. Okay, Judge Lord Justice Mark Warby also found the newspaper did infringe her copyright in 5 articles, which include extract of the letter published in February 2019 in the Mail on Sunday and on Mail Online. Okay, so there's the squad. So there's the comment in here. So I bookmark it, hoping by the time I come to it, some squad will respond. All right, the next thing that I bookmark. Okay, Meghan has spoken and does not mince word for her abuser and supporter. Her bravery and resilience is admirable. All right, this is the quote that she did. All right, so I read it on the very first video that I did on the day of the ruling. Okay, I'm not gonna read it here because I'm counting my time. All right, congrats to Meghan and us. We won against big bullies and monsters. Okay. It's only 3 seconds. Yeah, but Mesa info. Okay, I can't stand him. Okay, laughing my ass for sure. Okay, I'm not the only one who can stand him either. After that interview he did, I think with CNN or something, I can't stand him. After that, I was done. All right, let's see here. Pray to God. Okay, there's the one that I did on the very first video. The Duchess of Sussex has won her legal action against the Mail on Sunday newspaper. The court found that the paper unjustifiably and unlawfully breached her privacy. So I did that thread already. So I had bookmarked it. All right, next tweet. Again, this is Omid Scobie. This is when things were first coming out. And then I was just bookmark and bookmark. So now I'm coming back to them. So I already covered. And then later in the night, I was like, I better take this a little bit more, much better. Let me arrange it in a better way. So that's why I'm coming across these again. Okay, next tweet that I bookmarked. I could not care less about the royal family, and as a journalist, I shouldn't have said this, but how marvelous that Meghan Markle has won her privacy case against Associated Newspaper, publishers of Daily Mail UK and Mail Online. I hope she wins billion in damages and her cost too. Reading this now, there was a video that I made. I wasn't sure. I don't know if I cut it because I was asking a lot of questions and I couldn't find the answer. Is that I don't know if there's a limitation on how much damages the UK can give. Okay, so I thought there was a cap, but I wasn't sure. But it seems like it's unlimited. All right, so let's see here. Unfortunately, the money, it seems, won't be humongous. Okay, but their ego and image took a little batter today. I will continue to celebrate that. Okay, that's in French. Okay, where's Tory boy Piers to comment on this? Does anyone know when the damages will be announced and if it be made public? Okay, so people are asking question. All right, next tweet that I bookmark. Okay, Meghan Markle scored a big win in court today. Look back at her and Prince Harry. Best moment as sweet royal. Okay, there's with the Yankees. All right, very brave royal. She'll not have their knees. Okay, she'll not have their knees and her neck. She brought the beast down. Okay, go Meghan. Congratulations. Okay, I love her cross legs. Okay, yes, sweet royal. Okay, you're joking, right? All right, let's see here. They are not royal. Okay, there they go. 2 hours ago, they are not royal. Whatever. Okay, just keep telling yourself that. Okay, so this is the way she crossed her leg and they're saying they love that. All right, next tweet that I bookmarked. All right, okay, this is what happened when you raised. Okay, so this has to do with copycat. Okay, never mind. So that was before the case. These are the things I was bookmarking before the case came to thing. Okay, here.
Themselves above the law, able to intrude upon and libel people with impunity, while their victims must suffer without remedy. The Duchess's legal challenge and subsequent victory shows that it does not have to be that way. But for every victim of press illegality who is sufficiently resourced to obtain justice through the courts, there are dozens more unable to do so. Only the Leveson system of independent press regulation, including fair, cheap and compulsory arbitration to speedily resolve legal claims, will deliver justice for all victims of press illegality. For decades...
All right, so Page Masters was doing some crazy stuff. I'm like, what happened to these things? Let's see. I have to go to Page Masters thing and see what she did. Because there were some crazy things she was bookmarking. I mean, tweeting. So that was 2020. I want more recent. All right, 6 hours ago, the moon. Okay, Harry and Meghan, me, my friend. Oh my God. Where is that? That's the Trojan thing. Me and my... That's some really good stuff. Harry and Meghan, me and my friend. That's the Trojan horse. Oh my God. Let's see what some of the squad are saying. OMG, haha, me with you, my mom and grandma. Oh my God, this is something. Oh my God, this is funny. Okay, there they are. There's Page Master. That's what. Okay, Meghan Markle really collecting the money. Okay, 12 seconds. Alright, let's see. There's 6 seconds here. I mean, let's see the response. I just had to join and there it is. Okay, laugh. Oh God, I can't stand this thing. I know some people already telling me where to donate. Okay, let's see it. Page. Okay, good way to raise money for charity during pandemic. Okay, let's see here. What else did they say? Okay, Meghan Markle collecting the money. All right, let's see. What else did she play? Okay, 8 hours ago, I may or may not have done a little sledding earlier to celebrate. Okay, so he went sledding. Okay, snow outside. And by the way, if you guys haven't seen the very first video that I did on the day the trial came on, there were 2 birds. Okay, I was in the living room helping my son. And I took a quick nap because I was up since 2 a.m. doing my video. And then out of nowhere, 2 birds came. It was 10:55 a.m. Okay, 2 birds came by my window, started chirping, and I was like, "It's so cold outside. What these birds are doing?" And then I came to realization it's almost 11, and I think 4 o'clock will be 11 o'clock a.m. in my 4 p.m. and UK time is 11 a.m. in my time zone. So I was like, oh my God, it's almost 11. And then something come to mind and said, maybe Meghan won the case. And I was like, I'll take it as a sign that I won, that Meghan won the case. And I took a picture and I was like, let me record it a little bit. And then I posted it. Okay. And I tweeted about it, exactly what I was thinking. All right. I particularly want to thank my husband and my mom, Meghan Markle, the Duchess. Yeah. Meghan's mom was there, right there, to help her, and Harry too. My goodness, the Sussexes are slaying. I mean, I told you guys, there's a thumbnails that I did, and it had Miss Doria. I think I call it the Invisible Queen. Okay, and she didn't even know it. Something like that I call. She's slaying in the background too. There it is. Whew. I told you there was a party on Twitter. I'm not even gonna put the music, okay? Sussex Squad celebrating Meghan Markle's win against Mel on Sunday. Okay? I know I wanted the last one to be a good one. Alright, the haters are not okay. They always win. I love it. Okay, there's a page retweeting that. Okay, too nauseating to even read or care anymore. Okay, notice I have stopped listening to any YouTube channels anymore, as nothing ever seemed to change with her and Harry. They always win. I mean, then they're not embarrassed to even put that if they're not a Meghan's fan. But okay, there's Meghan. Yeah, I'll toast to that. Okay, let's see here. A lot of the Rangers are having tough time watching Meghan continue to win. Okay, there's more here. There is no stopping her now. Okay, there's the part too nauseating I just read. Oh my Lord, they're actually doing that. All right, there's more. That's the same one here. All right. Okay, let's see here. Exactly. Now they have nothing. Let's see. HR8. Okay. They were all counting on this lawsuit to carry them through the year. Okay. All right. There's more here. Some of the replies. Sussex overexposure syndrome. Okay. I'm sick of seeing them win. Wish British paper will stop reporting about them. The one who wants the press to stop reporting about Harry and Meghan is actually stalking Harry and Meghan 24 hours. I literally find her everywhere. Let's see here. Yep, always landing on their feet no matter how many lies they have been caught telling. I'm so over it too. Here, me too, Renee. Hope you... What? They think it's Meghan who's telling the lie? I mean, when you think about it, Meghan hasn't even come out and said anything. But it's Meghan who's saying the lie? Oh my God, no wonder why they call them the Derangers. Okay, I had the Sussex overexposure syndrome back last year, January. They made me so angry, had to take a break. Now I just laugh, but I'm also starting to pity them. Okay, what is this there? Okay, we are all tired of it all. Let those two do whatever they want. I'm sick of seeing them win. That's the quote, win. When we know they don't deserve it, why they don't deserve to win? Okay, and I'm sick of the royal family always taking the bloody high road. My spirit is low. I know they'll not lose their titles, so why are we even fighting anymore? Okay, reality starts sinking in. Okay, let's see here. Wish the British paper will stop reporting about them. That's what everybody wish for, but they keep on at it. Me too. Sadly, as long as they have, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, we are stuck with them. Whatever. Okay, I know. Let's see here. Oh my God, they're so different. When? There it is. There was one that I saw they were dancing and stuff. All right, Natasha, my favorite family in the world today won against people that unjustifiably and unlawfully breach her privacy. Proud of them. There they are. Man, that part of the letter where she said to the father that, you know, what the dad is doing, I'm paraphrasing, where he's making it so difficult for her to defend her own family, this kind of thing. That was really heartbreaking. Okay, I'm so happy for my girl Meghan. She's gone through the hell and now she's finally had a small moment of glory, but that won't ever replace all the time energies she lost because of how her privacy stopped existing for the last few years. Oh, there it is. There it is. I did a video once. There it is. There they are. So far. I need to save that because I love it. I forgot which video I had it on. I had a whole bunch of GIF of squads celebrating. I forgot for what. All right, let's see here. There's 14 comment here. Oh, there they are. My queen about to get paid. Oh, the squad. It's dollars.
All right, we going. What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. Okay, I just want to let y'all know that I did.
This is funny. Oh, there they are, there they are. Okay, after this, baby, this is what I was looking at. We're lit. That was the highlight of my day. Okay, let's see here. 14 seconds. Okay, there's music. Oh, OMG, this song brings up memories. Oh, there they are. That's the pen. This is how we walk out of court. There's a GIF for everything. There's a GIF for everything. Okay, this is how we walk out of court house after Meghan got her win. Oh my God. Okay, I know exactly where is that. That's in New York. Right across the immigration thing. That's a federal court. I know exactly. I used to work around there. Oh my goodness. This is how they walk out. Pip, pip, pip. Let's see here. There's another one. What is this? Oh, cleaning the street. What did you type to get this awesome GIF? I have it saved on my phone. When you come across some good one, you have to save it. Okay. I mean us. That's the squad. Look. Pirouetting across. Okay, yes. Okay, there's the party. This is the things that I was seeing. Okay, there's the party. As a party, as a party, as a party, as a party. Yay. There's the squad. Yes, yes. All right, come on, there's another one. GIF. They're talking in GIF. They're dancing. Okay, this is what I was looking for, and this is why I wanted this to be the last one. I was starting to give up. Okay, so you are on fire today. There it is. All that. Okay, so happy she won. Yes, let's see what else did they have here. Oh, I'm not even gonna put. Oh, that's a GIF. Thank you. LOL. Same. Okay, the squads are dancing. There they are. They're having a party. Okay, there's Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony could sing. Amen. All right, so this is it. This is the last video. So 49 minutes. I see one notification. Let's see what. Oh, I forgot a prayer. I need to search for a prayer. Okay, the next step. Okay, 2 minutes ago. This one just went. The next step for the Duchess, and has she really left news organization and manacles? Okay, my analysis of yesterday's judgment. Okay, there's a thing here. Okay, maybe this is the one that. Nope, it's not a link to. This is that. Okay, let's see here. Her next step. So I'll read some of it and I'll put the link in the description. The next step for the Duchess. Quote, we are very surprised by today's summary judgment, and quote, Associate newspaper said yesterday. Really? I wasn't. I wasn't. Although it will have been presumptuous and full-heartedly of me to predict the result. I think I made my expectation for the Duchy of Sussex claim against the publisher of the Mail on Sunday clear enough from the concluding sentence of my previous last week. Okay, so he did another piece here. Okay, ultimately, said the publisher, a court must decide how to balance the Duchess' right to privacy against their freedom of expression. That is certainly true. But the court may decide that nothing the newspaper could now establish will swing the balance of its favor. or, as Mr. Justice Warby put it when he granted the Duchess' application for summary judgment yesterday, okay, there can be plain and obvious cases in privacy and copyright as there are in other field of law, so long as the lens is not obscured by fog or dust. It may be possible to see clearly that a case has only one possible outcome and a trial is superfluous. Okay, this will have come as no surprise to anyone who watches the hearing last month. Okay, privacy. All right, this is how Warby summed up the Duchess' claim that the newspaper had breached her privacy in 2019 by publishing, okay, that's the number, publishing 585 words from a 1,250-word letter she had sent her father, Thomas Markle, 6 months earlier. Okay, so I sort of went over this because to all of the stuff, what I'll do, I'll put this in the description. Okay, so for you to I don't know if I should read. You know what? Maybe I should. Let me read it and then let's see here. Let's see. All right. She said that the content of the letter were private. This was correspondent about her private and family life, not her public profile or her work. This is the thing. A lot of tweets that we come across where people saying, oh, I thought she wanted privacy. I thought she wanted privacy. Yes, there have to be a boundary. When she's doing a public appearance, yes, you could take picture as much as you want. But when it's not anything about any patronages or anything about work, leave them alone. That's where the line is crossed. Okay, so I've been saying that in many other things, okay, in other videos. All right, her private and family life, not her public profile or her work. The letter disclosed her intimate thought and feelings. These were personal matters, not matters for legitimate public interest. She enjoyed a reasonable expectation that the content will remain private and not be published to the world at large by a national newspaper. The defendant's conduct in publishing the content of the letter was misuse of her private information. And this is how he tried to summarize the published defense. Any privacy right she had were 1, limited, giving the legitimate public interest in the activities of the royal family and the claimant's status as a high-ranked member, end quote, of the family, and B, destroy, weakening, or compromise by, for example, her knowledge of her father's propensity to speak to the media about their relationship, and 2, the fact that publication of the existence of the content of the letter was lawful in the U.S. Okay? Just because it's lawful in the U.S. doesn't mean it's lawful here, but I don't think so. All right. And 3rd, her own conduct and causing, authorizing, or intending publicity about the letter and or her relationship with her father more generally, and or 4, the publication of information about the letter. In addition, the publisher argued shortly before they published extract from the Duchess letter, U.S. magazine called People had given a misleading account of the father-daughter relationship. I mean, that's not up to Meghan to decide. I mean, maybe the father have a certain view of the father-daughter relationship and Meghan has a different view. Okay? The letter and Mr. Markle's letter in response such that in all the circumstances, public disclosure of the content of the letter and the Mail article was justified to protect the right and interests of Mr. Markle and the public at large. Okay? English privacy law developed from past ruling and the Human Rights Convention set a 2-stage test. 1, does the claimant have a reasonable expectation of privacy and the information? And 2, is the claimant expectation outweighed by the freedom of expression enjoyed by publishers and their audiences? Okay, will publication be in the public interest? Okay, the Duchess began by claiming that the answer to the first question was yes. Her letter was self-evidently private, and only she could decide whether, when, and how to publish it. Okay, that was challenged by Associate newspaper and its original written defense. They argued, As a general principle, a recipient of a letter is not obligated to keep its existence or content private unless there are special circumstances such as a mutual understanding between sender and recipient that the content of the letter should be kept private. Okay? But that argument did not stand up to scrutiny in court, as Robbie politely said. Okay? This way of putting it has not been pressed, and rightly so. It is odd with a large body of authority in this jurisdiction in Strasbourg with the which identify a general rule in relation to personal correspondence of this kind, which is to opposite effect. One, correspondence with others is presumptively private in nature. Right. After reviewing the other argument, Robbie concluded that the Duchess will be bound to establish at full hearing that her letter was private. Okay. Next, he had the balance that finding against the publisher's freedom of expression. The answer was obvious as soon as Robbie asked the question. Okay, was the interference with the claimant reasonable expectation of privacy involved in publishing the 5 pages of print covering the corresponding online reporting complaint of necessary and proportionate in pursuit of the legitimate? And this was his answer. Okay, the answer is the People quote, the People article did portray the letter in a way that was inaccurate, and that will have justified some step to ensure the true position was made known to who has been misled. But it is obvious wrong for the defendant to suggest, the defendant is the newspapers, okay, to suggest that the inaccuracy in the 25 word of the People's article made it necessary and proportionate for it to publish the bulk of the content of the letter in Mail on Sunday and Mail Online without notice to the claimant. In other words, what was happening here, the newspaper felt like there was People magazine was telling a lie, so they took it upon themselves to correct People magazine by publishing the entire Meghan's letter, 580 something wording of the letter. That's what I'm seeing here. Okay, on privacy, the judge concluded, all right, taking as a whole, the disclosure were manifestly excessive and hence unlawful. There is no prospect that a different judgment will be reached after a trial. The interference with freedom of expression with those conclusions represent is necessary and proportionate means of pursuing the legitimate aim of protecting the claimant's privacy. All right, now here's part of the copyright. Copyright is a statutory property right and, quote, original literary works. Okay, and that's including letters. A copyright owner is entitled to keep her work to herself. Anyone who published a substantial part of the work infringe the writer's copyright unless the publisher can establish a difference. Okay, such as a reporting current event. Okay, this is how Robbie summarized the Duchess copyright claim. The claimant said the letter is an original literary work in which copyright subsists. Okay, she is the author of that work and of a draft she created on her phone. Okay, quote, the electronic draft, and the Mail article infringe her copyright by reproducing in a material form, ensuring and communicating to the public copied of a substantial part of the electronic draft and or the letter. Wow, so what I'm assuming here, so in other words, you know how Harry always saying they're hacking his phone and all of this? Who knows? They could have easily hacked his phone, or maybe, but anyway, this is what I'm seeing here. Why this thing became electronic on Meghan's phone. Meghan is a very busy person. Maybe, because sometimes I do this. When I'm thinking of something, either I record my voice doing it. A lot of time I do a lot of videos. I record my voice, and then when I have time, I come and edit it, right? Maybe she was busy and something came to mind and she typed it in her phone. And when she get the chance, she write it out. That's what I think Meghan did. That's how we become that electronic version came. Okay. In response, the publisher claimed there was no copyright. And quote, a recitation of pre-existing fact, and quote, this seems, quote, a remarkable argument for the news publisher to want to advance, end quote, said Warby before rejecting it. Okay, he was satisfied that the draft was sufficient original to confer copyright on whoever wrote it. Okay, so in other words, he's saying here the judge even give them a hint on how to pursue it. You know, that particular and certain angle they could have pursued it. But even if they go in that angle, they will still lose. That's another the way that I'm saying. But who was that? Okay, but who was that? Might it include Jason Cunoff and 3 colleagues on the Kensington Palace communication team who were said to have been involved in the draft? The Duchess lawyer said this was speculative. Okay, and Miss Corby, okay, and Warby agreed. So in other words, so it's like one of those things. The newspaper was pretty much throwing everything that they could to see what will stick, because they know they crossed the line. So they're saying that Cunoff help or something like that. That's what they assume. But the judge did not take it in terms of hearsay kind of thing. Okay, let's read here. Okay, the defendant's factual and legal case on this issue both seem to me to occupy the shadowland between improbability and reality. Unreality. The case is contingent and inferential and imprecise. It cannot be described as convincing and seems improbable. It lacks any direct evidence to support it, and it is far from clear that any such evidence will become available. It is not possible to envisage a court concluding that Mr. Cunoff's contribution to the work as a whole was more than modest. The suggestion that his contribution generate a separate copyright as opposed to joint one is, in my judgment, that very outer margin of what is realistic. Okay, I covered this on previous thing here. Let's see here. Let me highlight this and see how much we have left. All right, so I'm almost done. Okay, but said the judge, it was not fanciful, quote, since the defendant so wishes this issue must go forward to trial. So this is the part that the thing is gonna go to trial to find out if Jason Cunoff contribute to part of the letter. I'm really interested to see what's gonna happen on this. All right, Meghan is done. She's done. She already said that's her letter and stuff like that. So now I need to just relax and see how this goes to court. Okay, but that will be only on the issue of whether the Duchess share copyright with others. Quote, there is no room for doubt that the defendant's conduct involved infringement of copyright in the electronic draft of which the claimant was the owner or at worst a co-owner, end quote. So this is what will become conclude on copyright. The claimant is entitled to summary judgment on the issue of subsistence, okay, and infringement. She is bound to prove that she was the or owner of the or copyright in the literary form of the electronic draft, which copyright was infringed by the defendant, and the defense advance will be bound to fail. Okay, there remain for resolution by way of trial the issue, a minor significance in the overall context. It pretty much, this part that's gonna continue is very minor. It's just to see did Joseph Cunoff help Meghan write the letter. That's pretty much that. All right, and it's pretty minor. As to whether the claimant was the sole author or whether the involvement of Mr. Cunoff, whether whatever it proves to have been mayhem or co-author, if so, what consequences that has on the extent of the infringement of which the claimant may complain, and on the remedial available. All right, so this is what that's his summary of everything. What's next? Okay, so he put 10 how many 10 things of what next. The Duchess has been granted summary judgment in her claim for misuse of private information. And on the main issue and her copyright claim, she has won those claims without the need to give evidence in court and face a cross-examination by the male's lawyer. She must be entitled to damage and cost. Okay, so this is where the squad are saying pay up now. Okay, the publishers could now insist on a hearing to decide whether her copyright was shared. She clearly wants to avoid this. Okay, 3. She has also brought a claim against Associate newspaper under data protection legislation. There was no application for summary judgment on that claim. Okay, having won her case through other routes, we can assume she wants to drop the data protection claim. All right, so there was more and things like that. So let's see. All right. One will expect the publisher to offer the Duchess a sum of damages and costs to cover her success on point 1. Okay, 5, if they are going to drop point 2, they might expect her in exchange to accept a reduction in her damages. So if she has one thing, okay, this is why I left here. Okay, if she has a data thing going on, and if she continue it, and look at this, she's winning here. So I will assume, I don't know if she filed it, so which means that whoever she filed it against better come and settle. That's what I think. Let them come and settle. Don't pull it out yet. But then again, sometimes people don't want to go through headaches. Okay. All right. If they are going to drop point 2, they might expect her in exchange to accept a reduction in her damages. This is what I'm saying here. Okay. The same applies to point 3. The publishers will say they have already spent time and money preparing to defend the data protection claim. She will say that she was bound to win that claim anyway. The defendant will say that a win will not have increased her overall damages. She may now be wondering why she was advised to bring that part of the claim. Okay, so he's pointing out different angles. So in other words, all she has to do is let it play out in court. Okay, just let it play out in court and see what can be done. Okay, Associate newspapers are, quote, considering the judgment content and will decide in due course whether to lodge an appeal, end quote. I think they have a time frame to appeal it. Okay. 8. Negotiation between the two sides will presumably begin next week. The Duchess is bound to want an apology in addition to damage and cost. Yep. Just like Harry got his. Okay. The publishers may want to keep the size of the damages confidential. Okay, a hearing, 9, a hearing has been arranged for March 2nd. If there is no agreement, the judge will give direction for future hearing. Okay, 10, it's not clear whether the hearing next month will be before Warby, who has recently been promoted to the Court of Appeal. If there's no agreement on damages, he will be the best person to set figure. If there are to be further hearing, they might come before Mr. Justice Nicol. Oh God, this guy, I can't stand him. Warby's successor as judge in charge of the High Court Media or Communication List. I don't trust that Judge Nichols for some reason. Okay, I'm gonna call the media. And where does this ruling leave news organization? Quote, you are putting manacle on the media, and that is going to be one of the issue from this going forward, end quote, said the media lawyer Mark Stiffen. Quote, and it is unclear when public interest comes in to allow you to publish. I mean, going to somebody's, look at all the stuff that's going with, what's this guy? Andrew, and all of this. None of them is saying anything. So I don't know. I don't know where these people find. They have a lot of news things to talk about, but they leave it alone, but they focus on Meghan for some reason. Okay, well, that's why news organizations employ lawyers. As I argue in the Telegraph today, this is just the latest in a series of cases over the past 20 years where privacy claims have been upheld. Editors may have been brought up to think in terms of libel, but they must surely have grasped the significance of privacy by now. Okay? As a first instance judgment rather than an appeal ruling, Warby's decision reinforces the law without changing it. Okay, so he reinforced what was already in the book. So in other words, they need to read the law thing and see what's. And there's some stuff that I'm seeing that I'm saying that they're trying to change a lot of stuff, things to protect the people. I'm telling you, those newspaper people have people in different places. Now they're trying to change a lot of things that I'm seeing. Okay, there will still be cases where newspapers' freedom of expression outweigh a writer's right to privacy, especially if the writer is a public figure. But this was not one of them. All right, so this is that. I'll put this in the link. What I'll do, you'll see a lot of link in the description, as much as the YouTube allowed me to put, because I have a lot of links here. You guys could check out. Okay, I said I wanted a prayer. Let's look for a prayer. Okay, let's say thank you prayer. Okay, for thanks. Okay, I'm telling you, Google knows what I'm thinking. Prayer for thanks. All right. All right, let's see here. Okay, oh God enthroned on high, in spite of my current situation, I will give you thanks and praise, because this is the will of God in Christ Jesus. Father, I chose not to worry about what I see. I pray for peace to rule in my heart. Lord, thank you for what you've done, what you've doing, and you're about to do. This is perfect. All right, so this is it now. Oh my God, it is 7 a.m. I haven't even started editing yet. All right, I've been just recording, so I'm not even gonna start editing here. I'm just gonna take it straight to my laptop, because my husband's gonna need the computer. All right, so thank you for watching. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share.